Hi, it's Dave with davestr4a.com. This is getting back on switching out my gauges. Here's the oil line I was talking about. If you're familiar with the TR4A, it goes down in here to the well, back in the dark there by where the oil filter comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out this stainless steel line again before I put it all in the car, just to make sure that thing isn't going to leak. So what I'm going to do is break this connection here, connect the stainless steel line up to this, and just have it just sitting out here. I'll start the car up and see if it's leaking, and if it does, you know, at least I can figure out some way to make it stop leaking before I get it in the car. So that's where we're at for right now. Well, it looks like it's working. Put some liquid Teflon around it, and it's pretty good. Oil pressure's up, 50 pounds. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, this is dry too. I think we got it. Okay, now let's take the dash apart. Okay, I've got the line for the oil flex line hooked up here. You can see right here. And I got it through a grommet, and pardon my video skills here, but I don't know if you can see, but there's a grommet hole right there that I ran the that thick black line is the oil line with a like a protective sleeving over it. I'm thinking maybe I can run the temperature through there also. I'm going to see, but I still got to get it over this grommet right here, so we'll see how that works out. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've got the grommet back in. Here you can see the right back in there, and that's got the new oil line, which is right here, and the temperature capillary line, or whatever you call it, and that bad boy is going to go right there. So I just got about a perfect amount there almost to get it routed up there. I got to take this out, and I guess tons of water is going to pour out. I can take this out. Tons of water is going to pour out, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. So here I took the this thing out, thinking I'm going to have a flood here. Turns out it's dry, and there's water in it. I guess the thermostat must work, apparently, or it must need a pump to get going. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, I hate that. So I put Teflon tape on this thing, plus I have this crush washer, but it's kind of kludgy looking, but that's what they say to use. So come on, you started before. Boy, I just hope that doesn't hit my thermostat. And actually the rest of the is what I need. I'll be back. Okay, the moment of truth. Oh, so it goes in all the way, that's good. Okay, so now I just have to come up with a way to route this bad boy. So put this under here. So I have the temperature new temperature, mechanical temperature sensor in, and I'm just trying to route this thing. Oh, I got to put this through this clip. I can take that off and do that. And I think maybe like a couple of fast on or zip ties. Yeah, I got some wires I gotta clean up, but it's getting there. I'll take a picture. I'll get back to you guys when I get done. Okay, here's kind of a recap. Sorry for the jittery camera. This black thing is the adapter, and that has a crush washer behind it that came with it, but I put Teflon tape around the threads anyway just to make sure it doesn't leak. Okay, the bulb screws into that guy, and it comes around down here, and I tie wrapped it to the tack cable. The oil line's right here, but that's going to get hot, so the whole idea is to monitor the temperature. So let's stick with the water temperature. Okay, so then it comes up through here. Here's where it changes over to the stainless steel flux line that I bought from TSI Automotive. Goes through a clamp, and you can't really see it, but back in here is the grommet. And if we come around to the dash, there's the gauge. I have the hole in there. That's where my oil temperature gauge is going to go. I'm going to put that in before I go through the nightmare of taking this dash back apart again. So, and then I just have to put the speedometer back in, and we'll see how she goes. Wrap it up. I have the dash back together. What a pain in the ass that was. I have the new gauges in. The oil temperature for the down here. In my previous video, I think I got screwed up when I was telling you which gauge I was going to put where. So this is where the oil pressure was, and now it's oil pressure and water temperature. And then this one is going to be oil temperature, but I am missing one of those I have to get one of those adapters like I had for the water bulb connection in the thermostat. So I ordered one of those. It's probably going to be here by sometime next week, so I can get that thing hooked up the rest of the way next weekend or Friday or something. But right now I just have the bulb kind of coiled up and tucked up underneath the dash right now. So I'm going to start it up here and we'll see what happens. About 45-50 pounds oil pressure. We'll go for a ride here and see if how the temperature works. That's it for now. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my my channel if you want to keep seeing videos. Also, I have a website, davestr4a.com. Goes through the whole restoration of my Triumph, so that might be interesting to you too. See you guys later. I just got back from a quick ride, and you can see everything's fine. I actually got gauges now. Just got to get that guy hooked up. Just gonna just let it run and see if the fan cycles on and off. See what temperature that actually, because I never really knew what temperature it cycled on and off at. I think the switch is 195 degrees Fahrenheit, but I can't remember for sure. So anyway, again, it's davestr4a.com. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and also visit my website, davestr4a.com. Thanks a lot.